wax paper, because I don't use wax paper that often, but I do use foil pretty much every day, and same with plastic wrap. Problem with the boxes that you buy is that, you know, once it gets started, it's kind of a mess, and then the box kind of falls apart on one side, it doesn't tear out straight. Wrapmaster, which we have not been able to get in stock since, I think it was last June, was the last time we had this. So I know it's at least 7 or 8 months. We just got them back in stock. This is the Wrapmaster. You can take any size, or not any size, but any type, you know, standard size roll of foil, plastic wrap, or wax paper. They even give you the little sleeves, which are right here. Those go on either end, and then you drop it inside. Once you drop it inside, all you need to do is pull out what you need. The blades are submerged underneath, so you don't have to worry about your fingers getting cut on them. When you depress, the blade comes down and gives you a perfectly even cut every time. You don't even have to use your fingers, which I love. Sometimes your fingers have food on them. All I do, put my forearm on it, I cut it off. This is a $20 bill, and I am telling you, everybody, you know, sometimes I say this is good for them, this is good for you. Everybody that has leftovers will absolutely love this. I have it available in colors. The one up front is turquoise or teal. Kyle will tell me, teal. Sometimes I guess wrong. I believe that's red. This is white, and then this one is the black, and you can see the black when I close the lid. All you do is literally, you take your wrap, okay, and I've got some wrap inside here. All you do is pull it to the size you need, you clamp down, just like that, and there it is, perfectly done. It's so easy. Let me introduce you to our special guest, who I have not seen in a while, and he's a very good friend of HSN. His name is Dan Ferrazza. Dan, Wrapmaster returns, buddy.
Yes, it does, Guy. How are you?
Good, pal, good.
Great. Hey, Guy, you know, you said it right from the beginning. When you get that box home with plastic wrap, aluminum foil, whatever it may be, it could break apart. And that plastic wrap, as you know, could go right into itself, and you're trying to dig for it to see if you can get it out to wrap whatever you need to wrap. Well, now, Wrapmaster makes it a lot easier. All you do is pop it open. And, Guy, it's right there. You can see I got these thumb holes right here. I could pull out what I need. I could take a sandwich, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and wrap it as tight as I want. You see how I cut that perfectly because of that stainless steel blade that's right there that's hidden. So if I move it, I'm not going to get cut. It's just that perfect. And again, I could just keep wrapping sandwiches all day long for the kids, whatever it may be. And again, I could get that so tight. Look at that, just nice and fresh. I could even take things like, let's take these big baked beans here. Now, you just put your bowl right up to Wrapmaster. Take it and watch. I could just work it. So now I can make it as tight as I want, cut it. And, Guy, look at this. I could do that, and there's no leakage, nothing. It's just that good.
You know, Dan, it's one of the most sanitary ways to be able to wrap food. You know, a lot of people, the problem they have when they're wrapping like leftovers is they'll pick up like a slice of pizza with their fingers, and then they go to, you know, the box, and they're still got pizza sauce on their fingers, and they touch the box. The nice thing about Wrapmaster is, like I said, you can pull the sheet out, and then I just use my forearm to snap it. It makes it easier. Anyway, it's not hard to do, but it makes it easier. So my hands, I don't have to touch it and get fingerprints all over it and, you know, cross-contaminate foods. It's $20. We are extremely busy. It is a customer pick on hsn.com, and the first time back in 8 months. Don't wait on it. I have it in black. I have it in the teal. And remember, all you do is you pull out whatever desired piece that you need, and any wrap will fit in here. Let me just get my fingers in there. You just pull out what you need, and you just go down like that. That's all that you need to do, and look at it. It's a perfectly even cut. It works with wax paper. It works with foil. You know, it's funny, Dan, the first one I bought, I just bought one for wax paper, and then I'm like, the foil box is even more of a mess than the plastic wrap box, right?
Yeah. Now, Guy, here, the great thing is, remember, when you use Wrapmaster, you can use any type of wraps you like. National brands, store brands, it really doesn't matter. And again, when you watch me doing everything with Wrapmaster, it didn't move. And here's the reason. Look at this. I'm pulling on it, and Wrapmaster just stays stationary. The reason being, there's silicone feet there. These silicone feet, which are right here, adhere to granite, Formica, a stainless steel tabletop. It really doesn't matter what it is. And I could take another thing like a big bowl like this. Now,
Yeah.
sometimes you could say, well, do I have to double wrap it? Well, if you can work Wrapmaster, watch, I'm going right over it. I'm still getting it tight. I cut it, and look at that. It's tight, drum tight. You can play
Look
drums
at that.
on that thing.
I love it. I love it. I like when you do sandwiches. That's my favorite thing. Now, let's say you got to go on a picnic. You got about 20 sandwiches to make, all right? And you want to wrap them up. You got to watch Dan do this because he's like an assembly line. Check this out.
Look at this.
Keep going,
I just did a hoagie. I'm going to do another hoagie. I could just put it in there. And remember, Guy, you know, Wrapmaster also has a professional series, and that's what the delis and restaurants all use.
Oh, yeah.
These are bigger machines because they got to wrap a lot much bigger stuff than we do as consumers. But look at this. I get this so tight, and that sandwich is going to stay fresh for the whole time until we use it.
It's perfect.
And again, here's another thing. Let's do a foil. Foil is another thing, Guy, you know, that can also be kind of crazy for you. But you take any corn, cut it, and look at that straight edge.
Yes.
Look at that edge, how straight it is. And then I could just wrap what I need. I could take potatoes, wrap a potato, cut it, and there we are. Just perfect. Now, Guy, what I'd like to do is show people how to load Wrapmaster.
Okay.
And this is really a simple chore. Now, you take your Wrapmaster and you pop it open. Now, guys, remember, there are cores that are bigger or smaller, whatever it may be. It could be aluminum foil or plastic wrap, and those cores are just all different sizes. But what we give you is when you open Wrapmaster, you can see there's a bar inside. Now you get two sets of adapters, and you get a large one for the bigger cores and a small one for the smaller cores. So I could take plastic wrap. Here's a big one. I'm going to put it in. You turn it. It goes right into the core. You take this one, turn it right into the core. You get these little orange end caps, and you just put them on the side. And then you can put, Guy, you can put it any way you want. This way, that way. It really doesn't matter. Pull it out, hit it, cut it, you're ready to go.
You'll get very good at that very quickly, because I know the first time I did it, you got to figure out which one it is, but then you're like, I love what Dan said. This is what restaurants use. Hey, listen, y'all know I was in the restaurant business for almost 20 years, right? Y'all know that. This is what we used, except the one we used was like, way too big for a regular home kitchen. But the ones that we used down in the basement where we did a lot of prepping in the Italian restaurant I worked at, we use these smaller ones to wrap up chicken breast, to wrap up seafood, to wrap up filet mignons for individual portion size. We would do all that, leftover veggies, anything we had, because by health code, everything has to be wrapped up. You can't put anything in a refrigerator or a freezer unless it has some wrapping or unless it's in a container. So that's how this got started. And then we realized all the people at home really, really have a need for this. There are moms and dads out there, grandparents, single folks, whoever, that all they wrap every single day, right? I bet a day does not go by in most of your lives out there where you don't wrap something, right? I mean, to me, it's every single day. All right, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got a half a banana, I wrap it up. I have a little leftover sandwich, I wrap it up. At nighttime, if I've got leftover scallops or whatever, put them in a container, I wrap them up. And whether you use foil, plastic wrap, or wax paper, you're gonna be able to use this on every one. All right, customer pick, read the reviews. They are amazing on this. It has been out of stock for 8 months. We just got them back. I have 10 dozen left in white. I have less than that available in the red. The red is a hot color. I got about 400 or 500 in the black, and then the remainder are in the teal. Get it home. For me, Dan, it's a no-brainer. Everybody needs it. It's an affordable price. It's a customer pick, and I believe that says free shipping and handling down there.
Yes, it does.
Look at this. I love my Wrap. Look at Cat 565. I love my Wrapmaster. I use it every day. I have 3 of them. We got a lot of you buying 2 and 3 of these. They're great. Buy them for your kids away at school so they know how to wrap stuff when they're in their apartments. You'll love it. Dan, I know it says we're running out of time, but we're going to give you a little more time because you know how people are with Wrapmaster. Keep going, buddy.
Great. I got another dish here, a little oblong dish full of macaroni salad. I could just take it, bring it right over, and I'm going to get this thing nice and tight. So when it's ready to be served, it's going to stay fresh Look at that. And there's no movement. It's just perfect. Again, even things like this, like a piece of cake that you want to wrap, I can bring it right over, take it, and boom, you're done. Now, Guy, you know, you mentioned that you use it every day. I just want to go over here. These are my Wrapmasters that I use. These are 7 years old. Now, you know I can exchange my Wrapmasters out every day if I want. But these two right here are what I use every day. And look at them. They look great on the counter, and they're at the ready all the time for me to use for plastic wrap and aluminum foils, which is what I use the most. And I can interchange it to put the wax paper in or the parchment paper. Either one.
I would buy more than one. Just, listen, I had one for a long time, and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. I use the foil every bit as much. In fact, I use my foil probably more now because it's, you know, I do a lot of barbecuing where I have to cover things in foil. I just did spare ribs on the smoker, and I wrapped them in foil and put them in the oven. And you know what's nice, Dan, is that you never make a mistake on how much foil you need because you can pull it out, right, to measure the food. Like if you were doing a rack of ribs, and I've done this before, you pre-tear the foil, and then you're like, oh, crap, it's not big enough. I didn't tear out a big enough piece. You're always going to know that. Hey, real quick, we got one more minute. I'll go back to you, Dan. Last call red, 30 left. Last call white, 80 left. All right, these are going to sell out first.
Great.
Hey, Dan, you know, you brought up a good point, and my Wrapmaster is never put away. It is on the, you ask my son Danny, it literally sits on the counter. Like, and it's one of the only thing that I keep up on the counter because I'm like, I'm not putting this thing away. I use it every day.
Yeah, and you know, Guy, the thing, I just wanted to show the precision on Wrapmaster too. Look at that. I just took a little small strip for putting on pie crust or whatever you might need, a small strip. But look how precise that is. Look at that cut. It's just really amazing. I could do that all day long. Even a smaller cut like that. That's how precise Wrapmaster is.
Well,
and like I say, when I'm ready to start wrapping again, I could take those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, wrap them real tight, and there I am. I'm ready to go.
All right, red sold out. You know what it is, Dan? You're wrapping like a pro. I mean, right? I mean, this is, you look like you look like you've been in the food service business for years when you own the Wrapmaster. And I guarantee, if you're home and your friends are over and they're watching you go to town on the Wrapmaster, every single one, no doubt, is going to go, okay, where did you get that? I have to have that, right?
All our friends have it, John.
All right, well, hey, Dan, you do a wonderful job. It's so good to see you again. We'll let you know. It's all starting to sell out, but great job. Black and teal, the only ones available. Mr. Dan Ferrazza, we'll see you again soon, buddy. All right, which way am I going? Let's go this way. Come on over. So, you know, this whole idea of, you know, go to Summer Guy or